Amazing to see it. So we came out a lot of bus just as we came out. The bus was 5 minutes away. We got on the bus and our card was I didn't realise your bus pass doesn't work.
I didn't know that. That happened to me when I was going into working, and it didn't tweak the driver, it didn't tweak the driver. But and this was 8. So I've come back to it. I've got my car. Yeah, mine did.
Oh, it did do.
Yeah, and I just thought, why is it like that? I drove the car and woke it.
So don't get in the car.
Because I couldn't get on that, and it wouldn't accept my car. And then the
Yeah, you should get it back. And he said, well, this is it. He said, they obviously topped up. So we have it. There's only one other chap on the.
1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing 1 2.
Stayed on till Friday. Party on the Saturday down there.
I was over it myself. I had lots of on Saturday. They've had Jerry Lewis and Chuck Berry tributes. All right, and the Jerry Lewis, Jerry Lewis, but Chuck Berry.
lots of practice. I've been out there loads of times. Jason's always going out with her. But on the day, she hadn't slept the night before. She was a nervous wreck. She couldn't eat her breakfast. She felt sick. And then when the examiners came out, she knew she was going to fail. Just looking at the woman who was going to take the examination. This old lady came out, very overweight, hobbled over towards her and sat and she said, "Oh, I've got a terrible back." She's come to take care, examine Kate. So that put Kate off. Kate's like wanting to just. So Kate made a mistake in the dual carriageway. I think she went to change lanes and one of the cars had to swerve a little bit. So that's a major. But she's, I feel safe going out. She is good.
The weight counts.
Yeah, and she's going back to work in April next month. And she's hoping she can drive from Bradford to work. So now she's on public transport. So it's which is horrible. I mean, I've said to her if she wants to stay at my house, you know, because I'm working, it's going to be easier to get together. Anyway, yes.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, I mean, she's dreading going back to work and leaving her baby. You know, and he's going to nursery. And it's all very, all change, but still, it'll pass. You know, she'll pass next time or the time after, and then it'll all be fine. And she'll be driving around. She should have learned before she was even pregnant. But she was quite happy for David to drive her around. She couldn't really see the need. Now, you know, she realised. She was just relying on lifts from people.
The next door neighbour's doing the same. She's Polish and he's driven around. I suppose it's more complicated. She's probably got, I don't know what license she had before. Or whatever. I don't know if it's more complicated. But anyway, she's learned to drive, but she hasn't had her actually she's 8 now. I've spoken to her recently about how she's getting on.
You can pay more and put in for a more urgent test. I don't know how much more, but it's a funny system now. You know, you put in for a test, it could be anywhere in the country, and then as soon as one comes up, this test centre you want, regardless of whatever day, then you click on it, and then you just keep looking to see if you can get the date of one of it sooner, or maybe you just get from it. You know, and you can just keep clicking to get the right change. But it's only sort of like once a week you can be there to do it. It's really bad.
We've just got to hold on to our licenses now,
Yeah.
as long as we can.
Exactly.
With all these things that are coming in.
Exactly.
Because I just had an email through telling me my tax has gone up to 200, I think 180 or 185. And it just said it's going to charge some people are paying thousands. I know, I had no idea if that.
I think if cars are over worth more than £40, their road tax has gone up a lot. And maybe, and also they're going to tax EVs, aren't they?
Yeah, that's electric. I had no idea that some cars, I'm not sure what the criteria are. Oh, well, maybe 200 isn't too bad.
Yeah, well, mine's about that, I think. I can't remember.
I think he said she was only paying 30.
Yeah, my brother, my son David, was from Mondeo, Mondeo Vignale, top of the range. But he bought it in 2016. It was diesel. So at the time, diesel had very low, very low emissions. Yeah, very low emissions supposedly. So his road tax is £30 a year, which doesn't seem.
I thought they were penalising diesel ones now.
Well, I don't know if they will in the future, but up till this point, it's been £30.
That's amazing.
Hi John, how are you?
I'm alright.
Good, good. You feeling any better today?
Adjust the volume and stuff like that. If you can turn it off as well. That one is more fixed noise. Speech clarity. You get all the sibilance there. So I've got to turn it down.
Not the other thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hang on the back of the ear. Oh yeah, that little dial. Yeah. That's all high tech. Have you got it?
I don't think I'm not aware of people kind of saying things that I'm not aware of.
I struggle if there's a crowd of people talking. It's like you're in a noisy bar or restaurant. And someone, unless you're directly facing them, it's very difficult to hear.
I think that's a general, I don't think that's specifically, it's more of its
lovely to see you. Yeah, gotta keep going. Yeah. It gets better. Oh, have you? Yeah. No, not at all. Yeah, I'll take your mind. I mean, I was lucky. My son lived with me for quite a few years, you know, so it sort of softened it a lot.
Hello.
Have you still got your dogs? Yes. Two dogs. They're really old. Yes, so when is your son moving in? In about 2 months. Yes. So have they sold up and moving in, or are they renting out? Renting next month. So will your son be looking for work? No. He can work remote. Oh, okay. That'd be more convenient. You'll see me, I'll be a nervous wreck next time you see me. You'll be fine. Well, she's finishing at university this year. Used to run, they started it. So she was always in the door, checking the money, organising everything. And Mike was the company. So he died.
Remember you met somebody mentioned
Not so I should no. I think Mike did become a few times, but he really struggled because he had to play the guitar. Very hard.
So I joined the sorry.
That's how
I joined the folk music.
yeah, you told
I tell you that, yeah. So that's
good
tomorrow.
for you.
So I get a real concentrated. It's the Thursday night, and then it's the Friday afternoon. So nobody seems to come up on there. Yeah, just a couple of them. It keeps it nearly or two.
So they know about it, some of things.
So I don't know.
I think people sort of sometimes a bit wary of going to a new place, but once they've come once, it's all right.
Good evening. Hello. First announcement. The building there is being renovated, so the antenatal clinic that's normally in there is in the chapel. So ladies like that might need to use the toilet occasionally and might find somebody wandering through. Just ignore them or yell to them to make sure they sing in tune. So that could happen, so just be aware of it. Right. So.
No, not really. No. Blood pressure's gone up a bit.
Hey, it's Sue. Hello, Sue. It's nice to see you.
Hello.
You know, I mean, Brad, can you follow me? I'm going to do one, you follow me.
Oh, Rob, yeah, I thought you wanted to accompany you.
Jeez, it could be interesting. 212 string. I got a nap for a minute, get rid of all this chocolate that's sticking inside.
I'll teach you on it.
I had to take a mickey out. So. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to try and drown all my sorrows, but I can't get Christine to go to the swimming pool. Oh! Hurry up, Jackie, you're on next. As I rolled down to South Street, a woman I did meet. She asked me just to see her home. She lived on 14th Street. And when we got to 14th Street, we stopped at number 4. Her mother and her sister came to meet us at the door. And away Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? And when we got inside the house, the drink was handed round. The liquor came so strong and quick, my head went round and round. And away Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? And when I got up next morning, I had an aching head. I found myself stark naked and all alone in bed. My dog and my money, my lady friend were gone. There was I without a stitch, I sent to on my own. And away Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? Oh, looking round that little room, there's nothing I could see but a woman's shift and apron, and they're no good to me. With a barrel for a suit, a clothes, and clear on down. With a barrel for a suit, and down Cherry Street I go. When Martin Churchill took me and he sent me round the hall. Oh, like now to sailors, watch all your steps on shore. You'll have to be young early to be smarter than a ball. Your hard and cash will disappear, your hat and boats as well. For New York girls are tougher than the other side of hell. And away you sent me, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? Away you sent me, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? Hey. Bad when you try and swallow and a bit of chocolate still there. Right. Brad,
Hello everyone.
Hello.
big hand for Brad.
So I've been chopping logs today. I thought I'd get my summer chores over and done with really early, and I'm aching places I've forgotten I had places. This is called Stay With Me. Caused you any problems, caused you any pain. I've lived you through the sunshine and the rain. Lost a million, ran away. I've lived you through the nighttime and the day. Tell me, will you stay with me tonight? Lost my temper, well, much anyway. Smile from you, always drove the dark away. Just loved your laughter, never made me sad. Smile from you, always made my heart go glad. Tell me, will you stay with me tonight? I never had to die any time in my life. I never had to think about what you think about stay with me? Will you stay with me? Will you stay with me tonight? This next one is all about growing old, which is exactly what I feel like at the moment. It's called Thing of Flame. Memory flows like silver, all the things we did. The summer shone forever, and the road just kissed. But a reckoning has gotta come after the fall. Life slips through your fingers, melting in your soul. She's a thing of flame, hold her in my arms, never let her go again. Life is what you make it, you hear that time and time again. She's going fast, she doesn't love, she'll never come again. Love it now, 'cause life's a thing of flame. Thought we'd live forever, time would stand still. Love was something simple, we could have it all. But the world is smoke and mirrors, pain is all you'll keep. Suddenly you're left behind, lost without your dreams. She's a thing of flame, hold her in my arms, never let her go again. Life is what you make it, you hear that time and time again. She's going fast, she doesn't last, she'll never come again. Love it now, 'cause life's a thing of flame. Hold on, don't let it slip away. Hold on, don't let it slip away. Hold on, don't throw your heart away. Now you turn my children, as my love starts to fade. My love for you is stronger than all the things I crave. The one thing I could say to you is always live your life. Find the one you trust the most to love you all your life. She's a thing of flame, hold her in my arms, never let her go again. Life is what you make it, you hear that time and time again. She's going fast, she doesn't last, she'll never come again. Live it now, 'cause life's a thing of flame. Live it now, 'cause life's a thing of flame. Thank you very much for listening.
Me?
Right, some wise words from Peter.
Come, spoke the Almighty to Adam. There's work to do, even in Eden. I want to see what you'll call them, said the Lord. It's a good day for it. And take that thumb out of your mouth. He added. Adam's missing his mother. And so they shuffled past, or they hopped, or they waddled, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the air, pretending not to see him. Speak up now, said the Lord, briskly. Give each and every one the name thereof. Fido, said Adam, thinking hard as the animals went past him, one by one. Bambi, Harpy, Pooh, Incitatus, Acidosis, Apparat, Kreft Ebbing, Indochina, Snorkel, Buggins, Bollock. Bullock will do, said the Lord. I like it. The rest are rubbish. You must try again tomorrow. Oh, can't she name anything? Adam begged. She's always going on at me about the animals. Herself a fairer flower, murmured God. Hardly seems necessary, I would say. But if it makes her happy. Oh, what a trek, muttered Eve. The animals came to Adam, but Muhammad must go to the mountain. What's that you said? The Almighty asked. But she was on her way. Lady's finger, said Eve. Lady's smock. Lady's slipper. Lady's tresses. She paused. Adam's apple. No, said the Lord, strike it out. Old man's beard then, as she sped towards the mountain. Lily, rose, daisy, violet, poppy, amaryllis, eglantine, veronica, iris, marigold, marguerite, pansy, petunia, magnolia, May. Oh, I'm worn out, she gasped. Belladonna, and that's all for today. She's better at names than you were, the Lord observed. They all sounded womanish to me, said Adam, nettled. Why didn't we think of clothes before, said Adam as he removed Eve's. Why did we even think about clothes in the first place, said Eve, laundering Adam's. And on a Sunday, a wry chuckle from above. A woman's work is never done. Unexpurgated version of the Bible. Genesis chapter 2, verses 13 to 47. Thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah.
Can you call a mic and Helen?
I can.
Thank you, Peter. What's our Bible?
Right. Big hand for Mike and Helen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice to see you here.
What's going on here?
This is a lovely tune, but very, very sad sentiments. So prepare.
Not necessarily. And
True sentiments.
England haven't been doing that well at rugby this season, but a long while back they did quite well at a place called Culloden.
Before or after they changed hands.
Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. you'll hear a mournful cry. So the nails crush as man to man they clutch. They came to fight to live, and now they die. Can you hear them? Can you see them marching proudly across the road? Hear the wind blow through the drifting snow. Tell me, can you see them? The ghost of the water. Can you hear them? Can you see them marching proudly across the road? Hear the wind blow through the drifting snow. Tell me, can you see them? The ghost of the water. Something a bit different,
Really?
slightly more country-ish.
Dolly Parton song, but don't make any comparison.
Downtown tonight, I saw an old friend, someone who
Yes, yes.
After this is Kevin, then Sue, then Alison.
Okay. Right.
What's that little thing? What happens if I press that?
Original sound for musicians is on, noise suppression is disabled.
There you are, I can see.
Okay, right, there we go.
Good thing we're not in this.
An electric man.
Oh.
Jewelers. Looks like a toaster.
It's all right, Chris. Chris, it's all right. This chair's not earth, so. Big hand for John Tanner.
I suppose I should do a Bob Dylan song if I'm doing going electric.
But I'm not.
You see, I'm not really used to it. It's the wrong way round.
Well, your guitar's the wrong way around to begin with, so.
Oh, you bastard.
Right, here we go. Nice to see everyone.
Parts of all the bold about their claims upon posterity. Petrov, Shakespeare and Ronsard were never slow to guarantee their loved ones' immortality. They never said farewell, they said, so long lives this and this gives life to thee. They didn't doubt the power of a rhyme or the durability of scribbled pages, and so they wrote immortal lines to time that gave their love affairs to all the ages. And if eternity was still a good address, if my skill were greater, fears were less, I'd do the same for you, my dear. But since it isn't, and they aren't, I can't see my way clear of promising the permanence of all our joy and sorrow, very far beyond the early evening of tomorrow. You can't expect to be remembered like somebody in a song whose name fits to a string of quavers, or ask for anything like as long. No one in times to come will read your praises written down to stay in balanced lapidary phrases. Not that they wouldn't if I knew the way. You'd be there with all the ladies of the sonnets, dark and fair. Only I could work the trick of giving local habitation to the air, but it just doesn't seem to click. You'll never hear from me. Your name will live until the sun is cool. You can't expect to be remembered. You wouldn't catch me being such a fool. You wouldn't catch me being such a fool. You wouldn't catch me being such a fool.
Right, this is a Bob Dylan song. I played it last week, 2 weeks ago. And I'm still learning it, so you'll have to bear with me. I like this because it's, like Bob Dylan, there's a certain amount of mendacity and laconic, sardonic. A bit sardonic, I think, is it? You can make your own. Worried man with a worried mind. There's no one in front of me and nothing behind. There's a woman on my lap drinking champagne. Got white skin, got assassin's eyes. I'm looking up into the sapphire tinted skies. I'm well dressed, waiting on the last train. Standing on the gallows with my head loose. Any minute now I'm expecting all hell to break loose.
I'm locked in tight. I'm out of range, I used to care. Things have changed. This place ain't doing me any good. In the wrong town, I should be in Hollywood. Just for a second there, I thought I saw something move. Gonna take dancing lessons to the Jitbug Rag. Ain't no shortcut, gonna dress in drag. Only a fool in here would think he's got anything to do. Lot of water under the bridge, lot of lower stuff. Don't get up, gentlemen, I'm only passing through. People are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range, I used to care. Things have changed. Oh, plenty miles, it's 40 miles. Been walking 40 miles on this bad road. The Bible's right, the world will explode. I've been trying to get as far away from myself as I can. Some things are too hot to touch. The human mind can only take so much. Can't win with a losing hand. Feel like falling in love with the first woman I meet. We're in a wheelbarrow and we're down the street. People are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care. Things have changed. Hurt easy, but just don't show it. Hurt someone and not even know it. The next 60 seconds could be an eternity. Gonna go low down, gonna fly high. All the truth in the world is all but a lie. Unlovely women don't even appeal to me. Mr. Jinx and Miss Lucy, they walked into the lake. And I did to make a mistake. People are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care. Things have changed. People are crazy, times are strange. I'm locked in tight, I'm out of range. I used to care. Things have changed.
Thank you, Mr. Iscariot. Yes, right. Mr. what? Iscariot. Judas?
Well, Judas.
That's right, that's right.
John,
What you said is chariot.
John, your online fan wants to know if you're wearing new glasses.
New glasses?
Are they new glasses?
No.
All right, I'll tell her.
Your online fans.
Didn't mention
Right.
anything.
He's busy typing. Kevin, are you there, boss?
Hang on.
Yes, I can hear you, Ian. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm not hearing
There
you.
it is.
Can you hear me, Ian?
Hang on, technical department's just shuffling at the moment, Kevin.
Can you hear me, Ian? I can hear you.
Yes, we got you now. Big hand for Kevin!
Thank you, Ian. You took me by surprise there. Sorry, I had a bit of finger work early on, so I hope you can hear me now. Okay, this song, Mary and I just come back from Northern Ireland, and the peace is still holding there, although it's somewhat tenuous at times. But the previous British ambassador said that one of the problems with Northern Ireland and Britain, historic problems, he said that the British don't know very much about Ireland, and the Irish know far too much about Britain. And in Northern Ireland, everyone knows too much about their neighbours, whether the neighbours are Unionist and Protestant or Catholic and Republican. And our president went up recently to visit Derry, and she was effectively reprimanded by one of the ministers for not calling it Londonderry. So it's very hard to know where you are in Northern Ireland, whether you're in a Republican or a Unionist family. But I'll give you a little tip. If you happen to be there, just look in the kitchen and have a look and see if you can see the toaster. If the toaster is put away between meals, it's a Protestant family. So I hope that'll help you, because you don't want to say the wrong thing in the wrong house. You could get into trouble. Anyway, this song is The Town I Love So Well. It's a song of peace and hopefully lasting peace. Here we go. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I've loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called the wind from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I've loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, in a language that we all could understand. I remember the day when I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I'd learned about life, and I found a wife in the town I've loved so well. Ah, but when I return, oh, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees with the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every boot. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and that damn barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their bombs and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I've loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they still carry on for their spirit's been bruised, but never broken. They will not forget, yet their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright and brand new day in the town I've loved so well. Town I love so well. Thank you. Sorry, have I got time for a second one?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, this is pictured back in 1994 when Ireland was going for the Eurovision Song Contest. And they had already won it twice. And they were going for a third time. But they didn't really, our national broadcaster didn't really want to win because they were going broke. So they decided to have a national song contest, and the most simple song won the contest. So they were quite happy. That song would never win Eurovision. So anyway, of course, true to Irish logic, the song went ahead and it won Eurovision. So I want to dedicate to my younger sister, Carmel, who has just finished, retired from her job as community nurse, and she went to buy a new car. And she tried to get as much as she could for the old car, but the dealer said he had a look around the old car and he shook his head and he said that her car had more hits than the Beatles. So anyway, here we go. This song was written by Brendan Graham, sung by Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan and Sue Graves, and now it's sung by me. Here we go. Rock and Roll Kids. I remember in '62, I was 16 and so were you, and we lived next door by the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too, blue jeans and blue suede shoes, and we never knew what a life had held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore. We were those rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, and listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. Now Johnny's in love with the girl next door. Mary's down by the record store, and they don't want to be around us anymore. Golden oldies, but we hardly speak. Too busy running to a different beat, and it's hard to understand that we were once like them. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. We were those rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, and listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll. We never seem to rock and roll anymore. Rock and roll kids. Thank you, thank you all you rock and rollers.
Right, Sue. Concentrate, Sue. Can you sing?
That is.
Can you sing without getting yourself? Right, let's take it to the grave.
I think Ian, you have to be done for cruelty there. Actually, we've been having a serious debate behind the scenes about the relative merits of toast and chocolate. Kevin started a debate about toast, and you about chocolate. Anyway, I hope my sound is okay. It's so long since I've done Zoom singing that I hope you can all hear me. So sorry not to be there in real life, but it's nice to be here in any in the ether. And this is a little song, a cautionary tale for all the young ladies in the room. Oh, don't sing love songs, you'll wake my mother. She's sleeping here right by my side, and in her right hand a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. All men are false, so says my mother. They'll tell you wicked, loving lies, and then they'll go and court another, leave you alone to weep and sigh. My daddy is a handsome devil. He's got a chain 5 miles long. On every link a heart does dangle. Of every maid he's loved and wronged. So go and court some other maiden, and hope that she will be your bride. For I've been warned, and I've decided to sleep alone all of my life. Oh, don't sing love songs, you wake my mother. She's sleeping here right by my side, and in her right hand a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I believe in a balance and everything. So, so this is a happy love song. It's another Bob Dylan song. I don't think he ever played it on a tenor guitar. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet. I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So a couple of things. One, the acoustics in the middle of a forest are incredible. Two, when you mentioned in your first song introduction about young ladies in the room, it was amazing something like and three, where can I buy a tenor guitar for,
Can't answer that one. Thank you. Thank you.
Where are you, you lads?
Hello.
Okay, a couple of songs, please, Alison. Big hand for Alison.
Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me? Yeah, good enough. Okay, it's got very quiet at your end. So, as Flanders and Swan once said, okay, that's brilliant. Yeah. As Flanders and Swan once said, this is a short song, but nonetheless nauseating. But don't get your hopes up, for there's a wee story first. Now, I've had plywood floors for 20 years, and I decided this is the year of the floor. I'm not putting it off any longer. Fabulous offer in Costco, brilliant. But I know you're supposed to paint first, but no painting, definitely just the floors. Well, I don't know though. I mean, I thought those two walls there, they're really bad. Well, maybe just them. Maybe I could just paint them, but no more. So I phoned the painter and said, could you paint just two walls? And he said, sure, as long as you clear all the stuff out of the way. So I shoved the stuff across the room and I packed more into the two bedrooms and into the kitchen, and the kitchen was getting pretty crowded. and I was exhausted by then. And I thought to myself, you're going to do all this again sometime for the other 2 walls? I don't think so. Probably best to do the other 2 walls as well. So I cleared the rest into the 2 bedrooms and into the kitchen, which was now packed to the gills, and I was exhausted. Well, the painter showed up, and I told him, I said, I think I want to do all 4 walls. He said, that's great. And I said, by the way, you don't know anybody that does flooring, do you? And he said, oh, I do flooring. Well, brilliant. I said, that's great. And he said, do you want the whole house done? I said, no, just the living room here and the 2 bedrooms. And he said, that's fine, but, you're going to have to move all that stuff out. And I said, sure, I can do that, no problem. And I did. And I cleared it all out again, all out onto the front deck, the back deck, and into the cabin, and into the kitchen that was now beginning to look like a Pantechnicon on moving day. And I made this little pathway through to the kettle, and that was it. And I was, you guessed it, exhausted all over again. Well, he got through the flooring. He was well through the flooring, and he finally said, you've got enough left over to do the kitchen. And I thought, and I did. So somehow, so all the stuff that was in the kitchen had to go all over the place, all over again. And so anyway, needless to say, at the end of that, I was pretty exhausted. So sorry, Sue, sorry, Kevin, sorry, all the people I promised to write to. It will happen. Anyway, here we go. So what else could I sing but this? It's all in the planning, It's just all in the planning. DIY again, how I adored it. Now I say that when I can afford it, I will advertise for 10 enormous guys. Standing in cement is so exciting, drill bit tiling in the rain, but how inviting, drill bits in my teeth, a thrill I can't disguise. DIY again, don't get me wrong, I love it, DIY again. I dream of nuts and bolts, that paint was for the shed, and now it's in my bed. My hair is full of creosote, the pipes have burst, the cat's afloat, and now it's time again to go out spending, B&Q then Wicks. It's never ending, keep me locked up when it's DIY again. So that's, I'm really missing... Yeah, I'm really missing my arrows on that song because I'm not very good at reading music, but arrows are great because they tell you whether to go up or down or sideways, and they're missing here. Okay, well, just a short... Just a wee sea shanty for cats. And I don't think really that their expedition, this expedition they go on was planned a lot any better than my DIY was, I think. From Whitley Bay we sailed away, a crew of tattered mugs. We had roamed for years, missing eyes and ears, on the run from the Isle of Dogs. When a hungry puss is on the loose, it could eat a horse or cow, or a goodly haul of anything at all, and for that we were hunting now. And we sang the old meow, me boys, we sang the old meow. With a howl and a yawl we were on the prowl for some tasty meaty chow. We he sailed in the ketch of a starving wretch on loan from the King's Navy, and he dreamed of hunks and tender chunks in a savoury gravy. He was gruesome Greg with a wooden leg, half an ear and one eyebrow, and his bark was a curse and his bite was worse, but he did the job somehow. And we sang the old meow, me boys, we sang the old meow. With a howl and a yowl we were on the prowl for some tasty meaty chow. We were low on stocks, having one last box of crunchy salmon treats, and we had an ache for a big whale steak or other juicy meats. In a raging gale we chased a whale, and we would have caught it too, but a mouse ran fast to the top of the mast, pursued by the whole ship's crew. And we sang the old meow, me boys, we sang the old meow. With a howl and a yawl we were on the prowl for some tasty meaty chow. Our top dog Mog, he would swig his grog, and in circles we'd sail round. 9 times we crossed the equator lost, and the 10th we ran aground. But Dogger Bank went past, we were safe at last, no more raging seas to plough. And we groomed our fur with many a purr as we sang the old meow. And we sang the old meow, me boys, we sang the old meow. With a howl and a yowl we were on the prowl for some tasty meaty chow.
That wall behind you looks as though it could do with a coat of paint, so you better start getting all that gear.
Oh, well, I'll just move everything out of the way there.
Good girl. Thank you, Alison.
You're welcome.
Right. Might do. Okay, I'll leave it in. Yeah, that's right. This is Tony A, who's come back and gone to the
Hello. So, has anyone here been to see the stage show Wars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people, yeah. So I saw this quite a long time ago when it was obviously in London, and I was quite lucky because when I went, Bob Fox played the songman, and he's got a really recognisable voice, and literally the first note he sang, I thought, that's Bob Fox. Wasn't expecting to see him there. So this song is from that show. It's a song written by John Tams, and it's used in the show to convey the passage of time, really. So they usually do scene changes, and the songman will walk on and sing some sort of ballad, and this is one of those songs. So it's called The Snow Falls. I was rather hoping it was going to be a cold day today, sort of back end of winter. So this song's really just portraying the change of the seasons, and seeing as it feels like spring today, it's quite maybe a good time for it. Okay. Cruel winter cuts through like a reaper. The old year lies withered and slain, and like barley corn who rose from the grave, a new year will rise up again. And the snow falls, the wind calls, the year turns round again. And like barley against all the songs you can sing. And someday you'll love, the next day you'll lose, and winter will turn into spring, and the snow falls, the wind calls, the year turns round again, and like barley corn who rose from the grave, a new year will rise up again. I'll garland a bonnet of daisies and crown you the queen of the May, and all shall be told, the seasons unfold, as surely as night follows day, and the snow falls, the wind calls, the year turns round again, and like barley corn who rose from the grave, a new year will rise up again. There will come a time of great plenty, a time of good harvest and song. Till then put your trust in tomorrow, my friends, for yesterday's over and gone. And the snow falls, the wind calls, the year turns round again, and like barley corn who rose from the grave, a new year will rise up again. Cruel winter cuts through like the reaper, the old year lies withered and slain, and like barley corn who rose from the grave, a new year will rise up again. Thank you. So, way back, sometime back in the late 70s, I was lucky enough to find out that Tom Paxton was playing at the Guildford City Hall, and I don't know if any of you guys happened to go to that. It was back in probably, it might have been in the early 70s, 1973, something like that. And Tom Paxton was quite big in the folk world. There had lots of folk songs. He probably was actually, yeah. And he was on a sort of European tour. So I thought I'd bring you one of his classic songs, which is The Rambling Boy. So if you're feeling a good voice to sing, we'll give this one a shot. He was a man and a friend always. He stuck with me in the hard old days. He never cared if I had no dough. We rambled around in the rain and snow. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. In Tulsa town, we chanced to stray. We thought we'd try to work one day. The boss said he had room for one. Said my old pal, we'd rather bum. Here's to you,
you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Late one night in a jungle camp, the weather it was cold and damp. He got the chills, he got them bad. They took the only friend I had. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. He left me here to ramble on. My rambling pal is dead and gone. If when we die we go somewhere, I bet you $1 is rambling there. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy. May all your rambling bring you joy.
Right, we'll have a short break, do the raffle, and then carry on.
Good to have a plan.
Plan, that's the plan.
Stand up all over.
Your missus is not on there.
Not on my plan, no.
I was going to take the mickey and tell her she was on next. Yeah, you were starting the second half, guys. Okay. Good.
I know. Preemptive visit to the ladies.
They're all right.
Have you been up to anything exciting? I've done a lot of childminding because I was telling you about Kate having a nice driving. Yeah. So I went over there 3 times last week. And then I sometimes took it the weekend as well. So it was quite busy. I go through stuff, sing along with them, and then have a bit of time to sit with myself and catch up with my life. See friends.
It can take over, can't it? I mean, obviously we love it to bits, and yours quite nice. It's nice that you can just dip in and out.
Yeah,
It's not a bit intense.
yeah, you have to
Travel and stay there, really. Sometimes it's just a few hours, but it's a long day sometimes.
Yes,
And they're lovely down there, both down there.
Okay, step down, please, folks. Right, it's rapid time. Right, are you ready? We have, guess what, bottle of red, bottle of white.
Got any CDs?
We have a CD. Well, we have a case, I've nicked the CD already. In the bag, At the bottom now. A box of biscuits. Right, so for whatever you want out of wine, CD or box of biscuits, the winning ticket so far is the one that's still in my hand. Nearly. 2, 2, 4. Well, that's good. All right.
Corruption.
Well, Chris will give you a swig of the bottle. 226. Yes. Red wine, CD or biscuit?
Take a biscuit.
2, 3, 3. CD.
Well chosen.
No, for a box of biscuits. When I'm doing this, I put tickets that I've used in these pockets. You'd be amazed how many tickets I find lying around my house that are falling out of my pockets. 216.
Yes.
Right, it just so happens that Barry's been somewhere again. And a couple of biscuits. One's a flapjack and the other one's a broken biscuit. And stood on biscuit now. John's had a go at it. So for a couple of biscuits, it is 2, 4-2. Jackie. Right. We'll crack on. So, there is somewhere. A big hand for the speed merchants. Right. I hear sounds of tuning up. Big hand for the speed merchant.
We're going to do it in a John Prine song. This is actually one of his better known and most covered songs. So Barry said he wasn't sure why that was. But we're going to give it a go.
I don't play it like this.
Why not?
I am an old woman, back then my mother, my old man and brother, child if dreams were lighted, thunder was desired, soul house was burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies on my country. Make me a bird, an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hang on to. Believe in such a heartbreaker. When I was younger, had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a pretty white. That was a long time. No matter how I tried, years still go by like a broken down man. Make me an angel that flies on Sunday. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me something that I can hang on to. Believe in such a heartbeat. This flies in the kitchen, can hear them buzzing. Ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home to evening and have nothing to say? Make me a picture that flies on my memory. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me something that I can hang on to. Believe in living such a heartbeat. The other song we're doing is by Norma Kukkonen, who's probably best known as the lead guitar player for Jefferson Airplane. But he also did a lot of acoustic blues and bluegrass music. So this song is from sort of solo record from the 70s, and it's called Song for the North Star.
Thank you, boys. Big hand for Jackie.
So this is the one that I've dusted off. I've sung it for a while. It's a Kate Wolf song. It's got a chorus, which comes around repeatedly. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles, instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say, they just turned and gone away. I've been sifting through the layers of rusty books and faded paper. They tell a story I used to know. It's one that happened so long ago. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountain side, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Now I heard the owl calling softly as the night was falling, with a question, and I replied, now it's gone, across the borderline. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the river you this one. This is a song that I wrote with Bougie Redeem, and it's the title track from my new album. Baking in the kitchen, your face was all aglow. Your yellow flowered apron tied neatly in a bow. Baking in the kitchen on a Sunday afternoon, I watched and waited patiently for licking with a spoon. And I often wish that I was back there. A simple wish is all it takes. And it's Sunday with my mother in the kitchen, baking cakes. The sounds and smells of Sunday come flooding back to me, like a hissing pressure cooker that made me want to flee. Like many other houses in our little terrace street, we had the Sunday ritual, baking for the week. I often wish that I was back there. Simple wish is all it takes. And it's Sunday with my mother in the kitchen, baking cakes. The baking tins are rolling pins, a ball of pastry dough, cascading icing sugar like fall of powdery snow. Each week was a mystery, wondering what you'd make. Sponsored by our festival, your special chocolate cake. I still have your old mixing bowl and scales you used to measure, and your handwritten book of recipes I know I'll always treasure. And I often wish that I was back there. Simple wish is all it takes. And it's Sunday with my mother in the kitchen, baking cakes. Sometimes you let me help you, standing on a stool, help to keep the dreaded day that tomorrow will be school. As we worked a record player, filled the house with song, and I remember fondly how you loved to sing along. And I often wish that I was back there. Simple wish is all it takes. And it's Sunday with my mother in the kitchen, baking cakes.
I do a 7-course meal. First course is the peas. Second course, potatoes.
Yeah.
That's 2 courses.
They went quiet, so I shut up.
Right.
Do you want? Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
Anything else? Hold on.
Right, hello.
Big hand, Chris Harris.
I'd just like to say, last Tuesday, not last Tuesday, the Tuesday before, we went, a few of us, to the Royal Holloway University in Egham, and there was a thing called the Song Detectorists, which was, it was actually a lecture about by the professor of music or whatever, and they've been doing some like finding folk songs not from the oral tradition but from the written, and they go around places like Woking, Civic Hall, and all the libraries and stuff like that. It's quite fascinating. It's very good. And, Nancy Kerr, who some of you may know, was there. She's involved in the thing. But the main thing is, it's also been, it's on radio or Radio 4 on iPlayer. There's a thing called the Song Detectorists, which is the same people or one of the producers going around and sort of following where these research people have been going. It's very fascinating. And Nancy Kerr's involved in it as well. There's some lovely music, and it's worth listening to. It's called the Song Detectorists. It's on iPlayer, and I recommend it. Anyway, this is a test for you. You will all know this song, and some of you who, so the first one to recognise what it is, can have the knowledge of being tonight's smart ass, right? So, but it depends whether if you had the album, you'll probably know it. But if you didn't, you might not. But we'll see. That wasn't on the album. Something to say to you. Well, it's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I keep you amused, but I don't feel I'm being used. Oh Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home just to save you from being alone. Stole my heart, that's what really hurt. The morning sun, when you see your face, really shows your age. That don't worry me, not in my eyes, you're everything. I got all your jokes, but love you didn't need to cope. Oh Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. Because you didn't want to be alone. Stole my heart, I couldn't leave you if I tried. I suppose I could collect my books and get them back to school. My daddy's cute, make a living out of playing pool. Oh, find myself a rock in my bag, couldn't use a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. You made a first-class fool out of me. Now I'm as blind as a fool can be. You stole my heart, but I love you anyway. Fade out.
Royal Holloway College, Englefield Green, in the late 60s, the best college around. And why is that? 900 female students only. Guess where I lived? Right. Right. Rodney. Big hand for Rodney.
Good evening. As you can see, I'm on my own tonight. Ian's been called up.
Really?
No, he's actually gone to Norway to see if he can get some bookings. Now, whenever he's not around, I usually like to try and play a bit of George Formby, because he doesn't like George Formby, he doesn't believe in smut. No, funny actually, I met a friend recently who I haven't seen for some time, and I said, yeah, I hear you got married. He said, yes, it's not turning out as I hoped. I said, what do you mean? Well, he said, tell you what I mean. He said, to give an example, we're in the church, the vicar said, you may now kiss the bride. And she said, not now, I've got a headache. Anyway, there's strange things, women. I mean, I can remember a little while ago, my wife said to me, she said, rummaging around in your trousers while you're watching television is disgusting, she said. In future, you can do it yourself. Anyway, a bit of George Formby. To correct Sue Graves on something, and that's not something it's a wise move to do. A lot of people don't know it, but when Bob Dylan first started writing songs and singing, he was a big fan of George Formby, and his first few songs he wrote in the style of George Formby. But of course, no one was interested, so they didn't go anywhere. And in the end, Joan Baez said to him, "Look, change the tunes and they go all right." But I managed to track down on the internet a version of a Bob Dylan song that was recorded in the old version before he changed his mind. So I'm afraid to have to tell Sue she was singing it wrong. And the song is the one she sang, When You Feel My Love. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole wide world is on your case, I can offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When shadows fall and the stars appear and there's there's no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I'd never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I was crawling down the avenue. There's not a thing I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. When storms are raging on the rolling sea, on the highway of regret, the answer's blowing in the wind, you ain't seen nothing like it yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I'd go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true, there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love. That's how it should be.
Brilliant, Rodney.
I think we all learned a lesson then.
Right, our next singer used to come to the Blue Anchor a lot.
Singer.
Performer. Used to come to the Blue Anchor a lot. And then he went away. And we moved quickly. But unfortunately, it's down. Big hand for Tony Carlin.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris, for inviting me down.
The least I could do.
Thanks, Rodney, for keeping the songs alive. A friend of mine had a banjo, and we went to the pub, and he left it in the car on the back seat. And when we came out, the window was broken, and somebody had thrown another one in.
Related joke.
So you practice for years, waiting for the call from the record label. You're #1, there's a world tour. And you get the call, but it's not the call you expected. Well, my baby called me up, she said, why don't you put the guitar down? She said, I feel red hot, boy, just the other side of town. So bring a bottle of wine, some coke could be fine, man, maybe we can fool around. She said, I wanna make love, boy, put the guitar down. Well, I sitting down, I can't put my guitar down. Well, I got myself a gig in a stone cold country sound. I wanna get the thing right if it takes me all night, 'cause I ain't fooling around. Yeah, I wanna make love, but I can't put my guitar down. Then I had an epiphany. I can spell it. I-D-E-A. I said, now hold on, babe, I got a really neat idea. Call a taxi cab, haul your sweet ass over here. And I can lay on my back, and if you like it like that, I can play you while you wriggle around. Yeah, I wanna make love, but I can't put my guitar down. Well, I sitting down, I can't put my guitar down. Well, I got myself a gig in a stone cold country sound. I wanna get the thing right if it takes me all night, 'cause I ain't fooling around. Yeah, I wanna make love, but I can't put my guitar. Wanna make love, but I can't put my guitar on.
my guitar down.
So I was outside the school waiting to pick my son up a while ago, and I realised I was the only geezer. I was surrounded by school-run mums, and Sandy came through the crowd telling me how John had left and how she'd like a bit of company. She's got highlights, but only in her hair. She paints her nails white, buys sexy underwear. She lives for Friday nights out on the res, where tequila tainted neons masquerade the drink she has. No time to stop or think what life's become. Well, she's another busy housewife, school run. She's a gossip, addicted to the soaps, she'd have lost it. But the Vino helps her cope, kiddies pictures on her latest mobile phone. So it's microchips and Twizzlers for tea when they get home. No time to stop and think what life's become. Well, she's another busy housewife, school run. She has Caribbean holidays, a mansion with a pool, a wedding far beyond her wildest dreams. Jewelry, perfume, brand accessories and all, right there between the pages of her favourite magazine. She's a dreamer, she'll never make the break. She drives a Beamer with a private number plate, a shaded rose with 2 weeks in the sun, a strategically placed butterfly tattoo on her bum. No time to stop and think what life's become. Well, she's another busy housewife, school run. No time to stop and think what life's become. Well, she's another busy housewife, school run. Bless her. So I met Fiona in a lay-by in Upper Halliford. Fiona's got a job flipping burgers and dogs in a mobile breakfast van. She fills her factory estates with hard tax on a plate for the everyday working man. Yeah, she looks like a babe with a paper plate and an egg and bacon roll in her hand. Oh, she's every man's drink between the burgers and beans. Fiona, the flip-over queen, well, she's the flip-over queen. Flip-over queen of a burger supreme. Burger supreme. She's the fittest fast food floozy I've ever seen. Well, you can have it with sauce, mustard and all, and anything you want in between. Take her out on a date, and it's there on the plate with Fiona, the fast food queen. Oh, sausage roll. Now Fiona's got a face to launch her eye into space. Her smile must be a mile wide. Her shoulders are square, a beautiful hair. The side below makes it shine. It's a bleeding disgrace to have to stop at her waist. I wonder what the bottom half's like. Yeah, she's every man's dream between the burgers and beans. Fiona, the flip-over queen, well, she's the flip-over queen. Flip-over queen of a burger supreme. Burger supreme. She's the fittest fast food floozy I've ever seen. Well, you can have it with sauce, mustard and all, and anything you want in between. Take her out on a date, and it's there on a plate with Fiona, the fast food queen. And silhouetted beneath the fluorescent lights, she's a gorgeous gastronomic delight. She's the flip-over queen, flip-over queen of a burger supreme, burger supreme. Well, she's the fittest fast food floozy I've ever seen. Well, you can have it with sauce, mustard and all, and anything you want in between. Take her out on a date, and it's there on a plate with Fiona, the fast food queen. I smoked some cannabis once, and this is what happened.
ha ha ha. She can't walk, so she's never gonna run away. Mannequin girl. Very next day, I'm sitting in a pub. I said to my mate, "Boy, mate, I'm in love." Yeah, we've had our first date. She's skinny as a rake. She's a mannequin girl. I wonder if she'll stay up late to watch the word. It's funny how my vision's blurred. I'm in love with a mannequin girl. Ha ha ha. She can't talk, or so they say. Ha 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 ha. She can't walk, so she's never gonna run away. Mannequin girl. Was it a dream? Was it the drugs? Look at her now, she's all dressed up. What a beautiful sight, stiff as a ball, a mannequin girl. Oh, doctor, won't you tell me how it all occurred? It's funny how my vision's blurred, and I'm in love with a mannequin girl. Mannequin girl. Can't be too careful out there. I met a bloke called John Robin in Nashville in a railway carriage that was drug up to this parking lot in 1927. Somebody cut a hole out the side and started selling burgers. And nothing's changed. Anyway, I was chatting to John and we both like Roger Miller. I was playing engine number 9 on the jukebox. And we wanted to write a Roger Miller song, so we ended up writing this. I know that I don't do this love thing right. Sometimes I stay out all night. I have a 1 or 2, or was it 3, 4? Get to call what's wrong with me. I tiptoe in at 4 a.m. Thinking, here we go again. Praying you will understand that that's the way I am. Well, I wouldn't blame you if one day you said to me, hey, I can't take it, boy, you better go. And through my pickup keys, old torn up jeans, and all my favorite CDs out the window. Yes, I swear too much, I talk too loud. I wear my t-shirts inside out. I don't shave enough or shine my shoes. I take cold showers and I sing the blues just like some hound dog to the moon. Oh, dog, I look up to you, half crazy, mostly out of jail. But that's the way I am, half crazy, mostly out of jail. But that's the way I am. Thank you, John Robin. Yeah, check him out. I was going up the. I was going up to see my sister in Bedford, and I didn't know whether to go up the M1 or the A1. And I thought, well, if I go up the M1, it's going to be quick but boring. And I thought, if I go on the A1, that might be a bit more picturesque. I had this idea for this song. When I was a boy, couldn't wait 1 minute. Everything I wanted seemed so far away. I could never understand why Dad would drive so slowly. Things wouldn't seem to worry him that way. But when I asked him why, he smiled and shook his head. He shifted down a gear. He turned to me and said, son, don't take the interstate. Better on the back road where the air is clean, the grass is green, and a man can see for miles. Don't take that interstate, boy, you better on the back road. It may be slow, but you sure enjoy the ride.
CD. If anyone's got an old car and they've got a CD player, there are some CDs for sale. So I was sitting in Tom Kimmel's kitchen, 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking a bit of whiskey that I took him for letting me stay. And I dropped my toast on the floor and I said, butter side up, Tom, that's how it's landed. He said, no. He said, that's how we landed. So we wrote this. Just when you were thinking life is stinking and it's pushed you aside. Something out the blue could follow through and it'll hit you right between the eyes. Now I was a guy with his glass half empty, 'cause I'd never seen it half full. I've been living without in a land of plenty. The pessimist died in the war. Man, I've had my dreams, the babe always seen. Somehow get cut down to size. I never believed love would happen for me. Imagine your baby surprised when put aside up. Oh, that's how we landed. Hey, now this may turn out to be a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah. Put aside up. Oh, who could ever have planned it? Suddenly, everything is going my way. Now I've heard people say at the end of the day, the things could turn out for the best. I listened, but then after taking it in, oh, girl, I remained unimpressed. Oh, then you came along with your smile and your song, and suddenly changed everything. Man, I tried to resist, but it comes down to this: that love is a beautiful thing. Put aside, oh, that's how we landed. Hey, now this may turn out to be a beautiful day. Hey, hey, hey. Put aside, oh, who could ever have planned it? Suddenly, everything is going my way. Babble. Suddenly, everything is going my. Was a guy with his glass half empty, 'cause I never seen it half full. Keep an eye on the time, no pressure. I was staying there with another mate of mine who was in a writing appointment that I got out of the way of, and then ended up almost finishing the song really. They had an idea about fishing, going to a lake, and nothing was making sense. They didn't have a chorus, and when you haven't got a hook, you can't write. So when you're writing songs, everything has to point to the hook. It's like trying to tell a joke, you know, without that punchline. So anyway, I suggested that we made it the river of love, and I said, why don't we write it so that he doesn't care if he doesn't catch anything because he's with his girl. Let's write that. Now Zebco 33 is a fishing reel that most Americans grew up with. I got a Zebco 33, 20-pound line, cooler full of beer and my girl by my side. On the way to the river, we're gonna make a stop, grab a few things from the Bass Pro Shop. She's popping them beers, I'm baiting them hooks, man. It's taking longer than it ever took. The sun is shining with a warm breeze, fishing off the bank, just my baby and me. Now I got a feeling from that look in her eye, we already got something on the end of our line. No, it don't matter if the fish don't bite.
baby, here we go again. It don't matter if the fish don't bite. I'm hers, she's mine. Every little ripple's telling me what's running through her mind. On the river I love tonight. I'm gonna have some shine, jump on that swing, listen to the songs that the crickets sing. Come on, it don't matter if the fish don't bite. I'm hers, she's mine. Every little ripple's telling me what's running through her mind. On the river of love, it don't matter if the fish don't bite. I'm hers, she's mine. Every little ripple's telling me what's running through her mind. On the river of love tonight. On the river of love tonight. On the river of love, I got a zip 33 with a 20-pound line. We're tangled up in love, not a fish in sight. So I was trying to write a song that was going to live on after I die and around the folk clubs. I thought it's going to be about weaving or it's going to be about shipbuilding. And then I came up with the idea that C sharp would be the same note as a D flat. So they'd be totally in tune, these people, with a C sharp harp and a flat drop D on the guitar. This idea kind of carried on and ended up writing. Sorry, I know what's coming. Dennis does his spot at the folk club, staring at the floor, mumbling through his repertoire. At best he's just a bore. Then one night his D went flat and his old world fell apart. Till out of the blue came the lonesome sound of Sheila with a C sharp harp. Oh, Sheila with a C sharp, Sheila with a C sharp, Sheila with a C sharp harp. Well, you can't tell if she's sucking in or if she's blowing out. She must breathe down under, her lips ain't never part. Now the only girl for Dennis with a flat drop D is Sheila with a C sharp harp. Keep up. Now Sheila done the trade in the outback, pressure testing didgeridoos. Dennis felt his interest rising as his turn-ups left his shit. Halfway through that repertoire, it was plain for all to see that Sheila only blew that C sharp harp, or Dennis with a flat drop D. Oh, Dennis with a flat drop, Dennis with a flat drop, Dennis with a flat drop D. Well, his tuning may be suspect, but she would disagree. Her puckered lips and quick, her nostrils flared with glee. Now the only man for Sheila with a C sharp harp is Dennis with a flat drop D. He thrashed his pick across her heartstrings. She sucked and blowed all night. The folk club finally banned them for causing such a sight. Now they've got 7 children, from A to little G. No flat or sharp amongst them, they're in perfect harmony. Dennis with a flat drop, Dennis with a flat drop, Dennis with a flat drop D. Well, his tuning may be suspect, but she disagree. Her puckered lips, her nostrils flared with glee. Now the only girl for Sheila with a C sharp harp is Dennis with a flat drop D. Sheila with a C sharp, Sheila with a C sharp, Sheila with a C sharp harp. Well, you can't tell if she's sucking in or if she's blowing out. She must breathe down under, her lips ain't never part. Now the only girl for Dennis with a flat drop D is Sheila with a C sharp, never gonna be short, Sheila with a C sharp harp. Okay, I'm gonna play a song I wrote a couple of months ago, I think. You smile and I can't help but fall. Girl, I know my you're by my side, the world's just right. But I know I will be alone tonight. 'Cause laying in his arms is what you do. And I don't know why I love you. Don't know why I love you, girl. I don't know why I love you, but I do. And I wish I didn't love the way your hair falls down around your face and your eyes shine like diamonds and they brighten up my day. And I wish I didn't catch my breath every time you shake your head, feign a frown as if to say, don't look at me that way. Wonder if you'll tell him about love. Free me out this pain I'm dying of. My world is hanging by a thread so blue, and I don't know why I love you. Don't know why I love you, girl. I wish I didn't love you, but I do. And I don't know why I love you, but I do.
One plus. Okay. 1 plus.
Well, can't resist, can I? Met a girl the other night, asked me if I'd like a ride. I thought, who wants to walk home in the rain? Well, we finished our drinks and we stepped outside. Couldn't see a car in sight. She said, I know where there's a tunnel waiting for a train. Well, that must have been a cryptic clue, because there were no train tracks in view, and I ended up at her place, still confused. She said, why don't you make yourself at home? Then she took off all her clothes, and my train saw her tunnel come into view. What could I do? Be rude not to. Now she was in a hurry to see my train come, but ain't the way it's done where I come from. I ride that freight train nice and slow. But I could see that she was starting to enjoy the ride when she spat out her gum and she rolled her eyes and said, mate, I can hear that whistle blow. But I said, I'm built for comfort, yeah, not for speed. Takes a good long journey to satisfy my needs, girl. I don't want to get there before I barely leave, if you know what I mean. Satisfaction guaranteed. Built for comfort, not for speed. Well, we rode that old freight train all night. We rocked and rolled, bumped and cried through Barry White, the Stones and Wilson Pickett. She said her ex-lover had an express train. He was the fast talking boy, she can't remember his name, but he come and gone before he punched her ticket. But I said, I'm built for comfort, yeah, not for speed. Takes a good long journey to satisfy my need, girl. I don't want to get there before I barely leave. Satisfaction guaranteed. Built for comfort, not for speed.
Can you do one more, please?
One more.
One more.
One for Mike. Leopard skin leggings white high heel shoes, lashings of makeup, and peroxide is used. She swears like a trooper, hell of a flirt, that lovable lady, sort of not of course, but she says so obvious, common as mine, as common as mine, go like a castle, go like a castle, mate, she don't give up, keep it clean, thanks very much, she do anything for you, for whatever it's worth, she'll love you, leave you, sort of. She made me a man, just a boy of 40, first set of stretch marks that I'd ever seen. She took me to heaven, round the back of our church. God, I hope it was empty. So were the earth, not of course. She says so of the earth, as common as mine, go like a cup, go like a cosy. Mate, she don't give up, thanks very much, she do anything for you, for whatever it's worth, she'll love you and leave you, sort of. I still think of her now, much older of course, still laughing and blinding, backside like a horse, but I'll always love her, she was my first, my best mate's mother, sort of. She says so of the earth, as common as mine, a gob like a cassie, and she don't give up, thanks very much, she do anything for you, for whatever it's worth, she'll love you and leave you, sort of. Just a boy of 40, and his first wet dream. Thank you. Right, that's it for tonight. Big hand for all the floor spots. Right, 2 weeks' time we have a guest, and I can't remember his name. Crystal.
Oh, Steve Chinsky.
That's the one. Brendan Nijinsky, yes. Right, so we'll see you then, please, and just please take all your gear and go home. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just see Phil carrying a small chair.
Can you hear me, Alison?
Yeah, I can, Kevin. I was just about to leave and then it kind of froze, but I'm away anyway.
Oh, good. I'm glad everything went well there for you with all that decoration.
Oh my, yeah, I'm totally exhausted. And I did do the kitchen in the end, and the stuff did not come from Costco because they had this fabulous offer on and they put it in their members catalogue. And I'm phoning them every day and they said, no, we haven't got it yet. There isn't any and we don't have it. And I just had to get something else instead, which was from our local store, which ended up being a really good thing to do. And it's wonderful. And it is in the kitchen, but it looks like the kind of raw wood that if you just spilt a drop of coffee on it, you'd be snookered, you know. And it's not, it's really tough, this stuff called SPC vinyl plank, and really is, you know, it's just, you could do anything, you can wash it. Well, not wash it, but you can damp mop it if you have to, so it works well.
Well, it'll be worth it in the long run.
Yeah, I'm so sick of those floors. God, it was horrible. Covering up all the worst bits with horrible rugs and then tripping over them and trying not to break my neck. And it was good. It's good. And what about you? You're looking well.
No, we're doing fine. Yeah, the weather here is a bit poor, but what's new? At least spring is arriving.
Yes, I think it is here too. It's nice. Leaves and things like that.
You've had plenty of rain. Have you? Plenty of water?
We did, but you know, we had a really easy winter. The storm season in November just didn't really arrive, and then the winter came on and the snow just didn't really arrive, or the ice, just very, very little at all, and it's been wonderful.
Well, that's great because they've certainly had a hard time in the East Coast.
I know, yeah, it's just the climate is so weird now that you don't know if you're going to be the lucky one or the unlucky one.
I tried to say hello during the break, but I couldn't get through to anyone. I tried to ask Sue how the launch of her CD went. Did you hear anything?
Oh, well, I don't remember, except that I've been vaguely just aware that she's been doing all sorts of wonderful things and everything seems to have gone well. Would that have been the one in Twickenham where...
That's right.
Heavens above, they had photographs of people lining around the block like it was the Rolling Stones or something. And I don't know what that was about. They mustn't have been able to get in until the doors opened or something, but it looked really very impressive. And I just haven't had time to even do, you know, write to her or to you or anything. So I think it all went really well for her. And I think she was away in the break making a Marmite sandwich and a cup of tea or something, and I was away making poached eggs on toast, and so that's probably why you missed us.
No, I'm pleased it all went well, and I'm sure it went well for her because she knows the area so well and they know her, so she's amongst friends.
Yeah, it's just great to see it all going so well for her. It really is. She deserves it. She really does. Yeah. Anyway, lovely to see you.
Lovely, and keep going. We'll be in touch.